How are you, viewers? Or should I say, welcome? This is a Crisis in Zimbabwe channel. Please subscribe, share, and comment. I want to hear your views on this topic. Today, I want to look at a topic: what if the ANC is to lose power? What will be the effects of that on Zimbabwe, on Harare, and Zanu Pf? So there are points that we've noted down here that we want to discuss with you. The first one is the issue of Mbeki, which is a sign that the ANC is losing power in South Africa. Mbeki is the former president of South Africa, the former president of the ANC. He has publicly declared that he won't be voting for the ANC because of the misgovernance and corruption in that country. Another point is Zuma. Zuma is also the former president of South Africa. Zuma, if you remember, he commands a lot of respect in terms of politics of Africa. The last time he was jailed and there was a riot, looting in the streets of South Africa, KZN, there were riots, people were uncontrollable. So him as a stronghold, as a powerful supporter who is a crowd puller in South Africa, he was an advantage to South Africa, and him publicly declaring that he won't be voting for ANC clearly shows this problem, and this is going to affect South Africa and the ANC to a great extent. Even Malema said this, that if Zuma was to vote for the ANC to vote for the EFF after leaving the ANC, this was going to be a great boost for the EFF in South Africa, which shows the kind of support that Zuma was bringing on the table to the ANC. So these are events that are affecting the ANC in South Africa, and the ANC being a supporter of Zanu Pf, this is going to have a profound effect, meaning great effects on the Zanu Pf and Harare as a whole. Also, South Africa is recently being affected by load shedding. Load shedding is in charge in that country. There's unemployment. Unemployment is also in the sky. Most of South African youth are unemployed, which clearly shows that South Africa is in trouble as a country. These are signs which we saw in Zimbabwe just before the meltdown. That was 2006, 2007, 2003. We had these problems: load shedding, unemployment was high before Zimbabwe economy nosedived down. So this is also, I think this is also happening in South Africa now. If they don't take measures quick, there's going to be trouble there. So this is also going to have an effect on South Africa. What does this mean for Zimbabwe? Right. If the ANC loses power, then Zanu Pf is in trouble. There will be a policy change, or there will be policy changes in South Africa, because obviously if the ANC loses power, there's going to be a new government, and that government is going to bring in new policies. And these new policies, I'm sure the first policy will be the immigration policy, and which is to deal with the Zimbabweans. Because the major point is get the Zimbabweans out. If you get the Zimbabweans out, that means there is going to be employment for South African youth, South African youth in Zimbabwe. Because most of Zimbabweans in South Africa are working, they're taking away South African jobs. So if you get the Zimbabweans out, that is going to create employment fast. It's a quick remedy for this problem in South Africa. So this is going to have a profound effect on Zanu Pf, because we will be expecting a great number of people back into the country suddenly, which we haven't planned for, which Zimbabwe don't have planned for, or which Zimbabwe will never plan for, because we don't have the resources. How are we going to shelter those people? How are we going to feed those people? So this is going to affect the state of Zimbabwe greatly. Another point which you also want to make there, if this ANC doesn't lose power, obviously it's going to be mad to share power in South Africa, because obviously the ANC is not going to win 100% or a third majority in parliament. So obviously they're going to share power with another party. It's either the DA, the EFF or the MK of Zuma. So obviously that party is going to be strong in terms of immigration. Either way, Zimbabweans are going to be deported back to Zimbabwe. And this is going to affect Zanu Pf, because Zanu Pf doesn't have the resources to feed those people, to shelter those people, to give them employment here. And that can be a remedy for disaster for Zimbabwe in terms of riots, uprisings, because those people in South Africa have been hardened. They know how they're of a different caliber to those who have been in Zimbabwe for a long time, who have not crossed the border into South Africa. So this is going to affect Zimbabwe in a great way. Politically, it's a boost for the opposition, because more votes from those who are coming from South Africa, they will be here to vote for the opposition. So this is going to be a great chance for the opposition to win the election next time. They say that 2028, if they are to come in 2028, these elections. Yeah, so this is my analysis. Please like, share, comment. Thank you. Good day.